viewers, you're watching 6 Stories at 6. I'm Shivangi Shukla getting you the latest. And these are the top stories we're tracking right now. India flexes its muscles. India's military might is on full display. Karnataka BJP leader's son attacks employees at a toll plaza. Sparks big outrage. PM Modi pays tribute to the Iron Man of India, Sardar Patel, on Ekta Diwas. The NDA releases its Sankalp Patra for the Bihar polls. Manifesto promises 1 crore jobs. Republic gets you exclusive details of the hostage horror in Mumbai. And Lady Vance conversion remark on wife sparks big row. US Vice President is being called a hypocrite. And viewers, India is flexing its military muscles with exercises along the border to tackle Pakistan and China. 3 exercises, Trishul, Sentinel Strike and Astra Power are currently underway, showcasing the Indian Army's preparedness to tackle threats from its neighbors. All exercises are strategic demonstrations of readiness and of India's defense to translate doctrine into joint action. Here's the full story.
The Indian Army is in full action mode to tackle Pakistan and China along the border. Trishul, Sentinel Strike, Astra Power. 3 exercises are now currently underway along the Indian border. Amidst this, India has issued a new notification for its tri-service exercise from along its western borders, now extending over the Arabian Sea for 1 day from November 4 to 5. Indian Army's Southwestern Command recently carried out a significant integrated fire and maneuver exercise known as Sentinel Strike at the Mahajan Field, firing ranges in Rajasthan's Thar Desert. This exercise was designed to demonstrate the Indian Army's capability and readiness to operate effectively in a complex multi-domain environment.
As you are aware, Indian Army is following the political direction of new normal. As we have been told that today any act of terror in the country, whenever it happens, will be act of war. So for the military of the Indian Army have to prepare for this, any act which is going to happen. So for this, in Southwestern Command, we undertaken series of steps to ensure that our activities are aligned and are fully prepared to respond to the enemy if any misadventure is taken anywhere in the country.
Meanwhile, the Astra Shakti exercise is underway in the cold heights of Ladakh. A spectacle of precision, strength and unity, this exercise demonstrates India's unwavering spirit while keeping an eye on the China border. On the other hand, exercise Trishul, the largest exercise involving the Army, Navy and the Air Force. The exercise contains T-90 battle tanks and BrahMos missile units, as well as Akash missile defense system units that successfully neutralized Pakistan's projectile barrage during Operation Sindoor. Amidst this, the Indian Navy also featured the new BrahMos supersonic cruise missile, which strikes the target with speed and precision, ensuring rapid and decisive engagement. The Vice Navy Chief also announced that India will host the largest maritime exercises in the region by the end of February. The event, for the first time, will see the participation of the indigenous aircraft carrier INS Vikrant along with the Kalvari class submarine. The Indian Army's exercises showcase its preparedness to tackle threats from Pakistan and China.
And viewers, this was a statement which was heard. Do you know who is my father? This is what Samarth Gowda Patil, son of the BJP leader and former candidate Viju Gowda Patil, allegedly said, then proceeded and thrashed toll personnel at a toll gate in Karnataka, all after they refused to let his car pass for free. The CCTV footage shows Patil arguing with the staff, and when staff questioned him, who is Viju Gowda Patil, he said that he will explain after he steps out of the car, and then he assaulted them along with another person. Now this incident has sparked statewide outrage. Here's more.
Shocking visuals emerged from Vijaypura, Karnataka. Son of an ex-BJP MLA was caught on CCTV assaulting a toll booth officer. Reason being, he was asked to pay the toll fee. The incident took place at the Kanoli toll gate on the Vijaypura-Kalaburagi highway. Samarth Gowda Patel, son of a BJP leader and ex-MLA, Vijay Gowda Patel arrived at the toll gate in a SUV. When the toll booth staff asked him to pay the fee, Samarth Gowda flashed his political connections and demanded a free pass, asking the staff members whether he knows who his father is. The victim staff member suffered injuries and was taken to hospital for treatment. Despite the CCTV evidence, no formal complaint was filed immediately. The Congress party wasted no time to react. Congress MLA Rizwan Arshad condemned the incident, emphasizing this is not an issue of any one political party, but a broader problem.
See, this is a very bad trend in society, which needs to be curbed. And I don't see this as an isolated incident about one political party or the other. I think these incidents should be condemned by all political parties and create an environment where the sons of powerful politicians, the children of powerful politicians, they don't get entitled to take these kind of actions in their hands.
Meanwhile, his father, Vijay Gowda Patel, responded to the incident, alleging that the staff members talked disrespectfully.
ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಊರಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದರ ವಿಷಯ ತಿಳಿದ ನಂತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ನಾನು ಫೋನ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ ನಂತರ ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ದೇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೊರಟಾನು. ಟೋಲ್ ನಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಗಾಡಿ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿ, ಹೊಸ ಗಾಡಿ ಅದು, ಟಾಲಿ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿ ಯಾರ್ದು ಗಾಡಿ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ಅವರು ಟೋಲ್ನ್ಯಾಗ ಕೇಳ್ಯಾರ. ಅವರು ನಾ ವಿಜುಗೌಡ್ರ ಗಾಡಿ, ನಾ ವಿಜುಗೌಡ್ರ ಮಗ ರೀ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಯ ನನ್ನ ಮಗ. ಅವೇನು ಏಕವಚನದಾಗ ಮಾತಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾ ವಿಜುಗೌಡ್ರ ಮಗ ರೀ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಯಾನ. ಅವ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ವಿಜುಗೌಡ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ಅವ ಕೇಳ. ನಾನು ಏನು ರೀ ದಿನ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ದಿನ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಇವ ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಮಾತಾಡ. ಯಾವ ವಿಜುಗೌಡ ಇದ್ದಾರ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು, ಟೋಲ್ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಹೋಗು ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಏಕವಚನದಾಗ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಯ. ನಾವು ಅವ ಏಕವಚನದಾಗ ಮಾತಾಡೋದ್ರಪ್ಲೆ ಸ್ವಾಭಾವಿಕ ಅದಾರ. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಮಗನ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ತಂದೆಗೆ ಬೈದ್ರೆ ಇವು ಯಾರಿಗಾದರೂ ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಬರೋದು ಸ್ವಾಭಾವಿಕ.
This incident has ignited anger on social media with demands of strict action. About now, it remains to be seen how authorities address this controversy over political privilege and misuse of power.
And viewers, at the towering Statue of Unity, a powerful message of national integrity and resolve echoed. PM Modi led the nation in paying tribute to Vallabhbhai Patel on Rashtriya Ekta Diwas. But beyond the ceremony comes sharp political fireworks as the Prime Minister launched a blistering attack on the Congress, accusing it of betraying the very ideals that Sardar Patel stood for. Here's more.
At the towering Statue of Unity, Prime Minister Narendra Modi led the nation in paying tributes to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel on Rashtriya Ekta Diwas. At 8 a.m. sharp, the Prime Minister offered prayers and floral tributes to the Iron Man of India. And then, in Ekta Nagar of Gujarat, came a fierce message to the Congress party. The Prime Minister hit out hard, accusing the Congress of putting vote bank above unity.
उस समय सरकार में बैठे लोगों की ऐसी सोच के कारण ही देश ने इतने दशकों तक गुलामी के प्रतीकों को भी ढोया। आप याद करिए, हमारी नेवी के झंडे से गुलामी का निशाना, गुलामी का निशान तब उतरा जब आपने हमें देश की सेवा करने का अवसर दिया, हमारी सरकार आई।
PM Modi charged that the Congress chose the British ideology over self-respect, weakening India's spirit of unity.
देश की एकता पर प्रहार की सोच ये गुलामी की मानसिकता का हिस्सा है। कांग्रेस ने अंग्रेजों से केवल पार्टी और सत्ता ही नहीं पाई, बल्कि कांग्रेस ने गुलामी की मानसिकता को भी आत्मसात कर लिया था।
In a stinging attack, he said the party emulated the very colonizers our freedom fighters fought against.
बहुत जिम्मेदारी से कह रहा हूं, जिस दिन कांग्रेस ने वंदे मातरम को तोड़ने का, काटने का, विभाजित करने का फैसला लिया था, उसी दिन कांग्रेस ने भारत के विभाजन की नींव डाल दी थी। कांग्रेस ने वो पाप नहीं किया होता तो आज भारत की तस्वीर कुछ और होती।
And in perhaps his sharpest rebuke, the Prime Minister accused Congress of even distorting the soul of our freedom struggle, Vande Mataram.
अंग्रेजों ने वंदे मातरम बोलने की बात तक बैन लगाने की कोशिश की थी। अंग्रेज इस कोशिश में कभी भी कामयाब नहीं हो पाए, लेकिन जो काम अंग्रेज नहीं कर पाए वो काम कांग्रेस ने कर दिया। कांग्रेस ने मजहबी आधार पर वंदे मातरम के एक हिस्से को ही हटा दिया, यानी कांग्रेस ने समाज को भी बांटा और अंग्रेजों के एजेंडे को भी आगे बढ़ाया।
PM Modi's call is clear and commanding. Nation first, everywhere, every time.
And viewers, less than a week is left for the high-stakes Bihar elections. The NDA has now unveiled its joint manifesto, a 69-page Sankalp Patra, packed with welfare and development promises targeting the youth, the women and the backward classes. From 1 crore new jobs to free education and major support for women entrepreneurs. But as the NDA pitches its Sankalp, the opposition has hit back, calling the promises unrealistic and a political eyewash. The political war ahead of election is only intensifying. Here's more.
The NDA has released its joint manifesto for Bihar, promising welfare and development measures aimed at youth, women and backward classes. The 69-page manifesto details various promises. And the headline commitment for Bihar is the promise of 1 crore new jobs, aiming to turn the state into a global skilling hub. For women, the manifesto consists massive support programs, from business assistance of up to 2 lakh rupees to paving the way for 1 crore Lakhpati Didis. The Mission Crorepati scheme aims to reward women entrepreneurs, encouraging them to scale their ventures in Bihar. NDA has also pledged 10 lakh rupees in assistance for economically backward class families and for farmers. The Karpuri Thakur Kisan Samman Nidhi promises rupees 9,000 annually.
दलित और किसान उन सबको इसमें जोड़ा गया और आगे 5 वर्षों में बिहार को एक इंडस्ट्रियल हब के तौर पर खड़ा करने का काम किया।
Free and quality education from KG to PG is another headline promise made by the NDA. Other than that, welfare push continues with free ration, 125 units of free electricity per home, and healthcare benefits up to rupees 5 lakh for everyone has been promised as well. All the NDA leaders hailed the Sankalp Patra and showed confidence in winning the election.
उन्होंने आकर के जारी किया है, सब लोगों ने मिलकर, एनडीए ने, जिसमें नीतीश कुमार जी की उपस्थिति थी, सब ने मिलकर इसको जारी किया है। बहुत ही अच्छा कैंपेनिंग चल रहा है। समाज के सभी वर्ग के लोग काफी भीड़ के साथ हम लोगों के उत्साह को बढ़ा रहे हैं। बहुत अच्छा कैंपेन।
Compared to the opposition's agenda, which emphasizes subsidies and farm loan waivers, the manifesto leans towards job creation and infrastructure growth. The opposition has reacted on the manifesto. Mahagathbandhan's CM face Tejasvi Yadav has questioned NDA's 1 crore job promise and called the manifesto a sorry manifesto.
लेकिन हम तो कहना चाहते, जो हमने घोषणा पत्र देखा, एनडीए के लोगों को सॉरी पत्र लाना चाहिए और बिहार के 14 करोड़ जनता से सॉरी बोलना चाहिए था कि 20 साल से भी राज करने के बाद भी सबसे गरीब राज्य बिहार।
Meanwhile, debutant Prashant Kishore took a dig at both the NDA and Mahagathbandhan, alleging them of being busy fighting their own battles and blaming each other and not talking about real issues.
राहुल जी आते हैं, राहुल गांधी आएंगे, मोदी जी को गाली देंगे, मोदी जी आएंगे, राहुल गांधी को गाली देंगे। इन दोनों में किसी ने अभी तक ये नहीं बताया कि बिहार में बच्चों के लिए पढ़ाई, रोजगार, पलायन, बाढ़, उस पर अभी तक कुछ नहीं बोला।
The contest now is not just political, now is less than a week to go. It remains to be seen how voters respond to both NDA and Mahagathbandhan's bold promises.
Viewers, it was a shocking incident that unfolded in Mumbai's Powai area on Thursday. 17 children from a private school were held hostage inside a studio by a man identified as Rohit Arya, who lured them on the pretext of conducting auditions. Republic spoke to the family members of the children who were taken hostage and pieced together an inside look to decode what happened. Here's a blow-by-blow account of what took place. It was a regular Thursday afternoon in Mumbai's Powai until it was not. Panic tore through the Mahavir Classic complex. Inside a studio, 17 children had been taken hostage by a man armed with an air gun and chemicals. 50-year-old Rohit Arya from Pune, a self-styled filmmaker, had rented out a studio just 4 days ago. He claimed he was holding auditions for a web series. But by 1 p.m., parents waiting outside grew restless. No child came out. Mangala Patankar was one of the hostages trapped for over 3 hours inside that cramped studio. She describes the horrific ordeal. The ordeal continued. At 1:30 p.m., the first distress call reached Powai police. Within minutes, quick response teams, the bomb squad and fire brigade converged on the building. Then the negotiations began. Arya refused to surrender, threatening to set the studio ablaze if anyone broke in. Arya even released a chilling video, calm, composed, claiming he was not a terrorist, saying he's owed 2 crore rupees for short films under a cleanliness project. He said he wanted quote-unquote justice. But police were not waiting for further delay. 2 QRT teams climbed the duct line with fire brigade help. 1 unit cut through the glass wall, another crawled through a bathroom vent, inch by inch, closing in on the captor. Inside, Arya had fitted motion sensors. The room was cramped, packed with children. Every second ticked with danger. At 4:30 p.m., when all pleas failed, commandos moved in. A single bullet fired by Powai's anti-terror cell officer hit Arya in the chest. The children were pulled out, crying, shaking, but alive.
डर गए बच्चे लोग और दूसरों के साथ नहीं होना चाहिए ऐसा, ये गलत है ये ऐसे। और मेरी सासू माँ के में ये सर आए, उन्होंने तुरंत डॉक्टर लोगों को सहायता दी।
बच्चे को बहुत डराया,
बहुत डरा, सब बच्चे डर गए थे, सब बच्चे डर। उधर बच्चों के लिए पानी भी पीना नहीं था। और मेरे सासू माँ ने उधर लेकर 2 बॉटल पानी लेकर आए और उनको छोटा मोबाइल था मेरा, उनको कांटेक्ट हो रहा था।
The police recovered chemicals, an air gun and flammable spray from the scene. Officers called it a swift but delicate operation where every second mattered. Outside the studio, it was anguish beyond words. Parents waited for news as police surrounded the building. The family says the trauma will take a long time to heal. 3 hours of terror, 35 minutes of action, and one bullet that ended Mumbai's most chilling hostage standoff in years. Viewers, a controversy is brewing around US Vice President J.D. Vance after his remarks about hoping that his Hindu wife would one day convert to Christianity. The statement has triggered sharp criticism from around the world and has raised many questions, with many accusing Vance of hypocrisy. Take a look.
In a shocking statement, US Vice President J.D. Vance has expressed his hopes that his Hindu wife, Usha Vance, will convert to Christianity one day. The comments have sparked widespread criticism, with many accusing him of being hypocritical and disrespectful towards his wife's faith. A female student questioned Vance for turning his back on the American dream while having a Hindu wife, and Vance immediately threw his wife under the infernal bus.
My closest friends, do I hope eventually that she is somehow moved by the same thing that I was moved in by church? Yeah, I honestly do wish that, because I believe in the Christian gospel, and I hope eventually my wife comes to see it the same way.
The controversy has raised questions on Vance's views on interfaith relationships and religious conversion. Usha Vance has been a vocal advocate for interfaith understanding and tolerance. Meanwhile, her husband's comments have raised questions about how they navigate through different faiths.
And viewers, that's all we have on 6 Stories at 6, but do not go anywhere. Next, we are live and breaking.